Good evening to the faculty, members of the coordinating council, and of course the stars of the show, the Ohio University Eastern class of 2019. As a graduate of Ohio University, I am humbled to stand before you this evening. Growing up 30 minutes away in Steubenville, I never thought that I would have this opportunity to come back and be a part of such a great day. To date myself, I went to school here when it was OU Belmont, which was many moons ago. And by the looks of your faces, you're like, what? When I think back to those days, I remember the drive to and from class each day, the opportunity to play basketball here, the friends and teammates I had, and the professors that I had the chance to learn from. I remember walking the halls or sitting in class thinking, what am I doing here? Michael McTeague, Patrick Wood, and Jay Morris made me believe that I should be here because I belonged on this college campus. Sitting in class and being on the court gave me the confidence as a student and as an individual. Because of these men, I found my voice. I'm sure there are a few of you who are just like me, and because of a professor or two, you have the confidence to speak up and be yourself in any situation. If you have the opportunity to tell that person thank you, do it because they need to know they made a difference in a student's life. Coach Jay was one of those lifelong friendships that I was able to make at OU Belmont. Coach Jay helped me believe that I could compete at this level and do well. Coach Jay is the reason I'm here today. Coach Jay's belief in me continues today, and he thought that I could and would do a good job this evening. So thank you, Jay. I read some quotes recently, and I thought they were fitting for today. First one being, when writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. Second one was, remember the 3 C's of life: choices, chances, and changes. You must make a choice to take a chance to change your life. To me, these quotes are meaningful and applicable in different ways. When I think about the first quote, fundamentally it means you must be in control of your own life. You chart your own course, and you can't stop until you reach your destination. You can't let anyone or anything lead you off course. Others can and should be able to offer guidance and assistance, but you are in control. The other key meaning I take from this is, don't let anyone else write your story. Life is an autobiography. Take your pen and write your story. Mind your influences. Make sure they are positive ones, and you write your story. I remember sitting where you were today and wondering what life was going to bring to me. I lost my father at a young age, and I had plenty of chances to give my pen up to someone else and make excuses as to why I allowed myself to be led down the wrong road. But then I remember conversations with my mom, and they always ended with her saying, Sean, we are only here for a moment, so enjoy yourself in everything that you do. I listened to my mother, and I did have fun, but I always had fun on my terms, and I wasn't led by others. I always kept my pen to write my story. I was careful about the fun I had because I knew I was in control of the story I was writing, and I didn't want this fiery 5'1" woman chasing me in the streets or whooping me when I got home. After graduation from college, I started working with troubled kids, foster care kids, disabled youth, and kids who needed help learning life skills. Working with such a variety of young people has felt good, and I was able to make a difference, but I knew there was a gap that needed to be filled. Young people that had aged out and still struggled needed resources, and I wished I could do more. Almost 9 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to help with a donation drive for the homeless. I was asked to purchase 3 things: a mirror, Vaseline, and lotion. As I walked to the checkout, I'm thinking, the cashier is going to think I'm crazy. So I grabbed a few other things before I went to the counter. Next thing I knew, I was a captain, and I had enlisted people around me to fill survival kits, which is a list of things to help homeless. In just 2 weeks, we were able to assemble 22 survival kits with 21 sleeping bags, and I donated them to a Give Thanks event. I surprised myself because I didn't know I had it in me to lead a group of people in such a short period of time to make a difference for others. I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, criminology, and a master's in justice administration. While that probably sounds ideal for someone wanting to go into law enforcement, I happen to be allergic to bullets. So I work to change lives in ways that don't involve gunshots. Coming from the success I had with the donation drive, I knew that I had found my opportunity to do more. So I made a choice to help others. I took a chance to start a nonprofit, and I created the 411 Foundation in memory of my father, who was only 4'11". You guys looking like, what? And dually, the meaning, the place to find information, the 411. The 411 Foundation is active in the community and across the country, providing survival kits and blessing bags to the homeless and others in need. We have also provided Christmas presents to families in need, Thanksgiving baskets, clothes to adults and children, provided life skills, school supplies, and we serve lunch at the Ronald McDonald House every other month. We are making a change in our community. In 2013, someone in my office was asking people to consider being a bone marrow donor. I'm always willing to help, so I signed up to see if I was a possible match. I knew the odds were slim to none to be a match for my coworker, but I still wanted to sign up. Although I wasn't a match for my coworker, I ended up getting a call in 2014 that I was a match for a 9-year-old little girl who was in need of a bone marrow transplant. In that moment, I made another choice. I took the chance to undergo surgery to donate bone marrow to make a change in the life of that little girl. With every opportunity, I made choices to take chances to make changes. And I believe I have written a decent story for myself. I will never stop writing the story because no one can write it better than me. It's a sad fact that there will be occasions when people put their own spin on events and it doesn't represent reality. That's why you must always speak up for yourself. Don't let inaccuracies, falsities become common perception. Don't let anyone take your pen away from you. You must wield a pen, write the chapters of your life in terms of actions that you take and how they're recorded in your history. As a unique individual, you know who you are, and some of you may already know what you are able to contribute to the world. Maybe some of you are still looking for your way to contribute, but you all know what's in your heart. Don't be afraid to make choices, to take chances, and make changes for you and those you love. Always make sure that the truth is written, and don't allow other individuals with different motives and agendas misrepresent who you are and what you have done. You write your story. So as you start the next chapter of your life, make a choice to go out there and find your passion and take the chance to do what you love. It will change your life in the most profound ways. It will also make your story very interesting. Your story is just beginning. Write each word with passion. I will leave you with this. A student goes to her teacher and says, "How can I try to be great?" The teacher says, "I can help you with that. First, you must remove the I, because the I is the ego, and the ego is not real. It is a projection of who you think you are. Second, remove try, because to try is to have desire, and that kind of desire causes suffering. The student thinks about this and says, so I'm left with be great? And the teacher says, word, go out and be great. Thank you, and God bless all of you.